All right, so here's the deal. I decided to make my first YouTube video about BYOB and what it stands for, the acronym, and this is my babies. They're supposed to be napping right now. BYOB is, or stands for, being your own bridge, building your own brand, being your own boss, becoming your own benefit, buying your own breakfast. Honestly, it could have an acronym. It's whatever it means to that person that's being influenced by it. I originally started it because I wanted to be my own business. I wanted to be my own brand. I wanted to, own my business savvy side, my sensual side, my spiritual side, along with being able to express myself as well freely. In my life, I've had a lot of reoccurring themes of power, struggle, and hope, faith. I've put myself through many things. I've worried about money. I've worried about my business, my nonprofit, my for-profit. And yeah, I kind of am like a chameleon. I know a lot of women and men can kind of empathize with that. I used to, and I still tend to do things to make others happy, because either fear, anxiety, or just plain just not caring about myself enough. And it's like, I've been through a lot of trauma. I've been through a lot of self-pity, self-doubt. And I'm doing this for my children. I'm doing this for anyone out there that wants a voice. And that's another thing for BYOB, is I want to give people a voice, whether it be through fashion, makeup, cosmetics. I know makeup and cosmetics are the same, but just beauty. I want to give people hope and faith, especially with, COVID-19 that's been going around. There's a lot of deaths, especially deaths that have been happening in this world, more so than what probably should be happening. Fear is huge in the United States. And I know the government's doing the best they can. I know that there are so many support groups for everything and everyone. And honestly, I have taken advantage of it. I've taken advantage of outpatient therapy due to addiction. I've taken advantage of, wonderful nonprofits that have actually fell into my fucking lap because I prayed for them. I've gone through a lot. Boundaries and trust have been a huge, huge learning situation for me as I continue to, grow and age. And I'm 29 years old, and I just had 2 kids in the past 2.5 years. And it's like, I've been homeless. I've been addicted to multiple things. I still struggle on a day-to-day basis with that addiction. I go around saying that, I'm not addicted to anything. And it's like, that's not true. I smoke a lot of cigarettes. Well, I don't smoke a lot of cigarettes, but I smoke cigarettes, nicotine. I have an e-cig that I use almost as an inhaler because my anxiety and depression get, and it's like taking prescription medication. It's not even this, I don't care about judgment usually, but it's like, I judge myself because I've been at points in my life where I didn't have to take that medication, and I was happy, and I didn't feel like I was falsifying my own persona. And it's like, in reality, it's just, I have a control issue. I have a fear issue. I tend to manifest shit that doesn't need to be manifested due to literal boredom. And yeah, I used to be a people pleaser. In my eyes, I was a people pleaser. There's viewpoints, there's gaslighting. I've done and had it done vice versa on me frequently. So it's like, I hope there's someone out there that is interested in learning different tools and, being able to be okay with being in life and being happy on a day-to-day basis. And yeah, you may be fearful of something in the future. However, with that fear, you turn it into motivation. Or if it's a reoccurring situation, it's like you look back in your past, you don't stay stuck in it, and don't trigger yourself with symbols and colors and just anything physical. It's like, just try to connect with the whole spiritual aspect. And that's like my BYOB, build your own bridge, because a lot of people don't have those bridges because they're so worried and so fearful and just not selfish or self-involved enough to like be able to say, hey, I need to center myself. I need to find my chi, eating healthier, drinking more water, that kind of thing. And BYOB started because I was a gig worker. I worked for DoorDash my boyfriend and I, we worked for DoorDash when I was homeless, or we were homeless due to a drug addiction and just depression, anxiety. And this all happened right before COVID. I tried to make my own business. I, wasn't more logical about it. I was just all like, oh, I've already done all the work, yada, yada, yada. And it's like, I've accomplished a lot in my life. I've overcome a lot of fears. However, I'm still human. However, I still learn. I'm not perfect. So BYOB started because I was a gig worker, and I'm all about business. I have a lot of sales experience. I have a lot of customer experience, and I'm a people person. And I'm also very in tune with, I don't want to say my emotions, because I can control my emotions pretty well, but I'm more in tune with that higher self, that spirituality, like God, the universe, whatever people want to call it. It's just having faith in something that is somewhat known or felt or thought of, but not physically, tangibly here. However, because of Instacart, DoorDash, Amazon Flex, being able to have that third party experience, being that, my own boss, I went through a lot of ups and downs financially. I went through a lot of ups and downs emotionally. There's been times where I literally overworked, or there's times that I underworked. So it's like balance is also key when it comes to being your own bridge, building your own brand, being your own boss. And it's like, my brand for BYOB is more so of just self-acceptance, for one, self-empowerment, obviously self-help as well, because I know that's very popular, but it's more so on the aspect of being able to understand what's special about you, finding that spark, finding that light, the flashlight in the darkness if you are going through a lot, or even if you just are stressed the fuck out because this world isn't 100% what it used to be. And it's like, I have faith in the future, and I'm very excited for the future, because it's like the kids that have the generations, just it's insane. I have 2 alpha generations that have been, they're at the end of that, and I'm a millennial. I'm the end of a millennial. My boyfriend's, mid-millennial, beginning millennial. And it's like, it's just crazy when you look at astrology and tarot and numerology, especially. However, numerology, I'm putting a different brand on. It's called Numinosity. Numinosity is a separate brand from, I don't know, me. Numinosity is more so like that faith, that hope, finding that in a tangible, physical thing that's literally everywhere around you, that is literally like slaps you in the flippin' face. So it's like being able to be present. And even with all the trauma and the triggers and the fear and the just not being able to control your emotions or even understand them, because there's times that I don't. Sometimes I fake them. Sometimes I overexert them or over express them, I guess. And it's like, everyone is human, and everyone deserves to have an equal opportunity to live in this world, right? That's my viewpoint. I don't discriminate on color. I don't discriminate on religion. I don't discriminate on age. None of that. Educational background, none of it. Because at the end of the day, we are all human, and we all have parts of us that, sometimes we don't accept. However, that's what BYOB and Numinosity is all about. It's about being able to find that special in you, whether it be spiritual, spiritual aspects or the psychological aspects. Everyone has their own unique blueprint, and that's where astrology comes in. However, numerology, numbers, I've been here since the beginning of time, besides, what is that was called? Moving on. There was a name I was looking for. It's like doesn't matter. I'm going to keep moving because this is a little hard for me to do. I perceive myself as self-confident. I perceive myself as I don't give no craps. I become very egotistical and very just in your face, but it's like at the same time, it's like I got feelings. I got problems, and it's like I'm living in this world. I'm still, financially like everyone else. It's been rough. Like it wasn't rough in the beginning of the summer, and then triggers and trauma hit, and gaslighting and just my words kind of took me to a place that I don't want to be. So I'm doing this for my children. I'm doing this for me because I've been wanting to do this forever. And I'm sick of the self-sabotaging myself with my finances, with my jobs. Granted, I still have my gig work, but like I put myself in positions to where it's like, I have to make a move. I have to do something in order to get somewhere. And I want to build a legacy for my kids. I want to build a legacy for the future generations to come, because it's like, yeah, a lot of people are seeing the world as miserable and just, looking for their life purpose. And it's like, your purpose is to live your life. Your purpose is to find love and vibrancy and like in everything that is around you. I love creating art. I love painting. I love making lanterns, which I probably will show later because I am looking to sell them. I'm looking to build a brand off of them as well for, any company that's willing to go ahead and put their faith in me, because I can make those bad boys real quick. I've made so many of them. I've redesigned them. And it's like, tarot is also another thing. You don't have to buy a tarot deck specifically. You can use playing cards like poker cards, blackjack cards, 52 in a deck, 54 in a deck. It just depends on how you suggest. You can use dice, like in a Yahtzee game. It's just numbers are literally everywhere. Even if you have nothing physically and you're homeless and you're struggling to eat and all this stuff, numbers will pop out at you on license plates, on street signs, on menus, on receipts. Literally anything and everything has numbers on it. And it's like, value is also very important to me, because it's like, how do you value something that is not known, or that is not even like of this world? Because it's like, that's what numinosity is. And I've looked into it, and like I've actually added onto Wikipedia. Thank you, Wikipedia. I've added on to the definition of it, and it's like, numinosity is being able to find that inside yourself, being able to find that faith, that hope, not outside. Yes, having outside resources like tarot and like everything else I listed off is great. It's fantastic. However, you will never, ever be able to live a life with purpose, with love, with certainty, without fear and having faith. Because yeah, you still have ups and downs no matter what. However, knowing that you're in control of your own life, you're in control of your own actions, your feelings, your thoughts, makes a huge difference in anyone and everyone's lives, especially when you're dealing with addiction, abuse, just anything that can be like not anything, but anything that is negative in the eyes of like society. And it's like, I've done a lot of research. I'm very self-taught. I have a lot of experience. So it's like, my purpose for this channel is to get my brands out there, and to help people. Like, I want someone to be able to say, wow, I'm so grateful for her. I'm so grateful for, the people that she's encountered in her life to make her that way. I shouldn't say make her that way, but mold her that way. And it's like, I have so much love and just acceptance for everyone and anyone that has ever like not known themselves. So it's like, Numinosity and BYOB is making the unknown known. That can be in a spiritual aspect, that can be in a physical aspect, that can be in a mental aspect, because there's a lot of trauma that's happened in, this world. I don't even have a date when it started. However, If you want to follow me, and please subscribe and share my videos so that way we can make a difference, start helping those that aren't willing to ask for help. Because it's like, and I say that and I know how it sounds, but it's like I wasn't wanting to ask for help back in the day. And I went down a road that I didn't need to go down. I made my choices. I have no regrets. I mean, when it comes to life, because it's like I lived my life. There were times that I felt like I wasn't present because I was so depressed. But however, that's why I want to help. Because I know there's thousands, maybe millions, hundreds, it doesn't matter, of people that are needing help, that are wanting help. And it's like, I know there's a lot of nonprofits, a lot of wonderful fucking people out there to assist with college degrees and backgrounds. But however, I want to share my story. I want to help those that actually want faith and hope. And I'm not looking to scam anyone. I'm not looking to cheat or lie to them or tell them sugarcoat shit. Like, straight up, relationships has always been a battle for me. But now that I'm 29, almost 30 years old, I think I kind of figured them out a little bit. Boundaries are extremely important. And it's like, I appreciate everyone and anyone that stops on in. And thank you again. I'm going to end this because it's already 17 minutes and I just ramble on because I get very passionate about this. So I appreciate you all for stopping in. Again, please follow, subscribe, share, and definitely check out my other, channels on different platforms. I'm going to try to be consistent. That is my intention for 2022. So I hope you guys have a great day, and thank you again.